Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about macros, nutrition and how changing the way I eat completely changed my body in the last year. Now I'm not a nutritionist, I'd like to point that out. I'm just simply sharing the things that helped me, hoping it will help someone else. So a year ago I thought I was eating healthy because I was eating fruits and food that I thought were good for me, but in reality, I had no idea how many calories I was consuming a day. But just because these things were labeled as healthy, I thought I can eat as much as I want. Once I started tracking my food and understanding my macros, that's when my body and everything else changed. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I used to eat, what I eat now, the app that I use to track my calories, and why I think tracking your calories and macros could be the missing piece if you're struggling to see results. So the first thing I did was download a calorie tracking app and started logging everything that I eat. I wasn't trying to follow a strict diet. I was just genuinely curious about what I eat and how many grams of protein I've got in there and carbs and fat. And honestly, it opened my eyes really quickly because I wasn't eating nowhere near enough protein, and some of the foods I was consuming were a lot higher in calories than I thought they actually were. But from then on, I wasn't guessing anymore. I knew exactly what I was eating. I knew exactly how many calories I'm eating a day, how many protein and fat and carbs I'm consuming. So I knew exactly what I was fueling my body with. This is the app that I'm using and I'm going to show you now how to use it. It's very simple, very easy. You can also just scan some of the products, well, most of them to be fair. And I think it's about £30 a year, but you've got a 3-week trial, so it's definitely worth it. Now, before I show you what I eat, let's talk about macros. Macros are simply the nutrients that make up your food. Protein helps build and repair muscles. Carbs give your body energy throughout the day, and fats are important for overall health and for your hormones. And then you've got calories, which are the total amount of energy you consume in a day. Before I started tracking, I didn't really pay attention to any of this. Now I make sure I eat enough protein, staying within my calorie target, and the rest pretty much just takes care of itself. So here's some of the meals I eat on repeat. Nothing expensive, nothing complicated, just something I can stick to without overthinking. When I'm talking about food, I don't really like to use the word diet because when people hear the word diet, they think about something extreme or restrictive, which really shouldn't be the case. It's just small changes to your eating habits that over time down the line will, with consistency, will give you big results. I've made a few changes. For example, changing normal bagel to protein bagel or normal wraps to protein wraps, which make it a lot easier to get my protein intake and to still stay within my calorie target. I still eat foods that I enjoy, foods that are not classed as healthy or not high in protein. It's just within moderation, really. I also post daily on Instagram about the food I eat with macros included. I'm also going to show you some of the ingredients I use because the numbers are great on them and it makes it a lot easier to stick to it and to still feel full. Don't feel like you're starving yourself, which you really shouldn't be feeling. The app itself is really straightforward to use. To log food, you can either search for it manually or just scan the barcode if it's a packaged food. You can adjust the serving size and quantity and it will automatically update the calories and macros. Then everything gets added to your daily diary so you can easily see where you are at for calories and your protein, carbs and fats throughout the day. Over time, it stops feeling like it's something you're on and just starts becoming how you eat. It's not about rules or restrictions, it's about building habits that fit your life and are easy to stick to long term. That's when it shifts from diet into a lifestyle, so you're not starting over again every Monday. You just stick to it day to day without thinking about it. And one thing I've noticed is that if people are not tracking anything at all, especially things like macros, that can easily be the reason why they are not seeing results, even if they are training hard. It doesn't mean that the training is bad, it's just very easy to underestimate how little or how much you're eating. Tracking isn't forever, but it can really help you understand what consistency actually looks like. And just the old but gold line, you can't out-train a bad diet. So if you're showing up to the gym consistently, you're putting in the work, but you're still not seeing the results you expect, it's usually this side of the things that makes the difference. Training builds muscle, but it's a nutrition that supports the result. The good news is it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be consistent. So if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!